Hey, good morning. Welcome in. How are you? The Eric Zane Show has begun. Very early. Well, it's 15 minutes. I mean, I think my plan was to start this show like an hour early. And, of course, that didn't happen. So 15 minutes, I guess. That's, okay. It's a little embarrassing. So this is how this unfolds today for the Eric Zane Show podcast, which is originating in the Impact Power Sports Studio. I have to leave the hallowed grounds of the Eric Zane Show podcast studio to venture out into the real world today. I am so excited to travel more than a handful of miles away from this home to visit with my new radio pals. It's just way different for me. If you haven't heard, for the past 5 years, 2 months, and, well, actually 5 years, 2 months to the day, I've been talking to that camera with these dogs, give or take a dog, and you. But now I have a radio gig starting in less than, just over a week, I think. Yeah. So not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. I'll be on the radio from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. A radio station not in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today's the day when I travel to the radio station to various boring stuff that I have to learn in order for me to pull this off. Okay, basically, it's going to be held together with wire and string, I think. It's supposed to all come together. I've got an expert engineer here named Dave Grant, who is going to come into the house here in the next week or so and wire all this stuff up. And then at 6 a.m. Eastern Time, on that day, that would be the 18th of March, Monday, March 18th, I'm going to sign on and do a morning show. We got a break for sports. We got a break for weather. We got a break for the news. And me, hey, that's right. It's easy. It's 7:48, 48 after 7. That's 12 before 8. And that is 72 minutes before 9. Traffic and weather on the 8s. Coming up, we'll do some Van Halen. I don't know. I'm actually very, very excited about it. It's not going to be that. I'm poking fun at me. It's actually something I'm very, very excited about. But I have to drive to visit with these people today. Okay? And it's like 2.5 hours away. So I'm like, well, do I throw out on the podcast some best of show? It's like, it's got, the time it takes you to make the best of show, you could just go in there Thursday and chit chat on an abbreviated version of the Eric Zane Show podcast. So that's what this is going to be. And then I'm going to shut it all down. And then I'm immediately going to go over to Patreon because I have a doozy of a story to tell you on Patreon. In fact, I'll tease it right now. Yesterday, I got fired. Stop me if you've heard this story. Yesterday, I got fired for talking about a sponsor. Now, conventional wisdom would tell you that I was talking shit about, like, let's say I said something horrible about Joe Martinez. More so than I already do. And then he went, ay, 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 senor, you're fired. Fuck you, pendejo. Okay, but no, it's not like that at all. I got fired for supporting a sponsor too much. So the sponsor called me and said, you're fired because you're being too good to me. Essentially. So I'm going to tell that story on the Patreon. I'm not going to tell it here. In fact, I don't think I'll ever breathe a word of it here. You got to hear this, though. When I was being told over the phone, when I was being fired again over the phone, I was like, what? Are you kidding me? Now, normally when I get fired, I usually go, yeah, well, okay. Well, easy come, easy go. Not this time. I finished the conversation. I was pissed, and then I ran right to Facebook. I was like, this is what mature people do. They go to Facebook, and they just let the world have it. So I put this long post. I'm MFing everybody. I can just see the explosives being attached to the bridge. Okay, I'm going to blow that fucker up. And then I stopped. I deleted it all. I go, all right, we got to do something. I got to have an outlet here. What are we going to do? Call Linda. So I call Linda. Linda won't believe this shit. Explained to her what's up. She goes, she's kind of like de facto counsel. She goes, are you going to talk about this tomorrow? I go, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. She goes, I wouldn't do that. Why? Well, Eric, example A, B, C, how this could. Okay. All right. I didn't think about that. Let's just chit-chat about it on the Patreon, behind the paywall. So I'm like, yeah. All right. I guess. If you say so. Kind of want to just let it fly. She goes, well, I mean, if you're just going to let it fly, I mean, you could have just completed your dumb post that you're writing. Yeah, all right, you're right, I guess. Tyler says, if I wasn't a Patreon member already, this would have sold me. Yeah, you got to hear this. You're not going to believe this. There was a story that was ripped from the headlines, that I ripped from the headlines. And I was so incensed by it. And so were all of you when I talked about it. And then I rushed in, white knight. I'm like, God damn it, there's no fucking way. Fuck this shit. This is terrible. And lo and behold, EZ is left standing in the corner with his dick in his hand again. Out. Be gone. So I'm actually going to chalk this up as yet another firing. Because I'm a 1099 employee to everybody. Let's see. Firing in list of, okay, the Riff counts as a firing. IMZ is firing number 2. The Bone, firing number 3. GRD, firing number 4. Cumulus, firing number 5. Then I went over to iHeart, fired again. That's 6. And then, like 6 months later, iHeart called me back. So I'm back with... So they hired me, fired me, and hired me. The only thing different about the iHeart firing, it had nothing to do with me doing anything wrong. It was whatever, budget cuts. You know how it is, which is so crazy to me. All right, we're cutting the budget. We got to make some massive cuts in order to, whatever. We got to do this, that, or the other thing. Okay, great. What's going on? Let's start with the guy that works 2 hours a week that makes $12 an hour. I'm not kidding you. That's what I made when I got fired the first time. So $24 a week before taxes. Let's just say I get paid. Okay. All right. That big nose guy that everybody hates, he brings in $1,248 a year. Too rich for our blood. And then I'm fucking fired. And then 6 months later, hey, you want to come back? I'm like, well, I've been gone for 6 months. You just saved $624. How? What? Huh? Why did you even fire me in the first place? What do I know, So, if you're not on Patreon, you got to sign up just for the 7 days. Sign up for the 7 days and hear this story. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Maureen says, did that bitch veteran KMK have anything to do with this? No. Surprisingly, no. But it hit me. I mean, it was the blind side. I was like, what? Are you kidding me? No way. I was so pissed. I'm still pissed. I'm still pissed about it. This is a classic example of overthinking micromanagement. That is what this is. Without a doubt. Linda says, I'm the voice of reason, surprisingly. I should go into counseling, LOL. Look, I'll tell you right now, there are at least 2 of you that I would hire on the spot. Like if I suddenly decided, all right, I'm going to make this a giant company, and the first thing I do is I hire Linda and I hire Tyler. Tyler, the joke man. And they might be like, well, what are we doing in your EZ Podcast Network? I'm like, I don't know yet. But this is what I can use you for right now. Linda, you just watch me and just observe. And you don't do anything. You look at your fucking phone and read a book. I don't give a shit. But at one point during the day, I might say, hey, what do you think about this? Advisement. There is a goddamn premium for that. Another person to bounce something off of. Okay, so Eric Zane Productions, LLC, which actually is the name of a company. The company. With one employee. Hire Linda. What's my role? Sit there, and if I have a question or I need your opinion, we just talk about it. What do you think? Because I trust you. Trust your brain. That's what you're there for. Okay? And things like that. Tyler, he's active on the show where he's just passing me notes like Jackie the Joke Man. Maureen says senior advisor, roving reporter. Yeah, she could do that too. She has chops. She knows how to present. Linda says VP of advisement. I like that. Linda is VP of advisement. She tells me what's up. And Tyler is joke writer. What else he does, I don't know. Rebecca says one door opens, another closes. Yeah, I don't know if that's always true. I usually go through about 4 or 5 doors that have closed. There will be no meathead today because normally that would start at 9. I'll be done with this podcast right here in like 15 minutes. Okay, I'm going to finish this one up, and then I'm going to start the Patreon and tell you about this stupid scenario. Everything on this show today is abbreviated. I'm going to keep Facebook, X, and YouTube open for the duration of it. If you like it, sign up for, follow me on Twitch. Download the Twitch app and search Eric Zane Live. Reach out to me on the inbox, Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. There are a number of sponsors that make my show work. First and foremost, Impact Power Sports. Thank you so much. These are going to be shortened sponsor announcements because I have limited time. I can't give you 30 minutes of show with 15 minutes of sponsors. But I will, of course, include them. And on a normal day, you get the full treatment. And I love the fact that you support the sponsors because they make it so that I can do this. They are one of, if not the most important element of this. If I don't have somebody that's allowing me to talk about them, and I'm down one, then I'm in trouble. Impact Power Sports, online at impactpowersports.com. Tag Accounting. Get your taxes done by the Tax Hobbit anywhere in the U.S. 616-301-9516. The Grand Rapids Gold. There are 5 home games left. Go to their website, grandrapidsgold.com, for tickets. You need a mortgage? Reach out to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. I'm going to get all of these out of the way right now, and then we're going to break down the cops fighting the fire department in hockey. I've got the video. TC Paintball. Paintball War number 24 happens April 28. Mark it down. TCPaintballGR.com. Insurance. Either Obamacare, life insurance, car insurance, whatever. Renter's insurance. Frank Fuss will take care of you. Go to buyinsurancehere.com. Joe Martinez is my heating and cooling specialist. We're getting set to start scheduling for AC tune-ups, 616-516-8579. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 616-532-6600. And, of course, Green Medicine Shop at thegreenmedicineshop.com. Medical Cannabis Dispensary. Visit them in Greenville, Michigan. I swear I'm almost done. God, this is great. Having this many sponsors, you guys are awesome. King's Room Barbershop makes my hair look perfect. Walk into King's Room Barbershop and say, I want my hair like Zane's. And last but not least, my Vouch store. Go to vouch.store/Eric Zane and buy the products that are available for sale from several small businesses. I've teamed up with them. Vouch merges creators with small business products. Linda says, call me when you're on the road today if you need more advisement. I'll need more entertainment today. Maureen says, guess who advises Linda? And she says, oh, come on. Okay. So last Saturday, I was blessed to be the PA announcer for the annual Cops Fire hockey game. Some of the greatest athletes on the planet get together for a friendly / not so friendly game of hockey. I kind of take pride in the fact that I live in a community that both the fire department and the police department have people that play hockey to a point where they can put 2 full teams on the ice. To me, that's a sign that your city has made it. If they can put hockey teams out for a freaking a charity game, which, by the way, this game, they raised a ton of money for Muscular Dystrophy Association, MDA. So that's awesome. There were over 1,100 fans there at this game. And I told them, I go, look, next year, we need to sell this game out. And the way you're going to do it is by promoting this fist fight. Johnny B0 says, is everyone banned or is chat not working? He said good morning and nobody said good morning to him. Poor guy. No, I'm pretty sure the chat's working. So I was talking to one of the fire dudes, and I think his name was Mike. Is it Mike? I forget. I don't know. I don't remember anybody's name. In fact, yesterday at the frickin' basketball game, I forgot somebody's name badly. I'll save that story for another time because I'm on limited time. So I said to him, I go, look, you need to take the fact that there was a fist fight in this game, and you need to have a professional edit up a video of highlights of the game, and 95% of the highlights have to be from this fight. And then that's how you sell tickets next year. Okay? And this fight, I think it was steeped in actual, like, pissed offness. I'll let you be the judge. Okay. I'm pretty happy with the quality of this video. Now, this is actually the closed circuit inside of the venue, Van Andel Arena. So, excellent camera angle. And when I talk on the PA, it goes onto the soundtrack of this. And this is different than like a Griffins game where I won't speak until the whistle blows. This one, I'm actually heckling. I'm dogging the refs. Oh, that was absolutely a hook. What happened to you? I'm dogging the players. Oh my God, I can't believe you whiffed. Stuff like that. So I'm making comments during the game. This particular moment. All right. So obviously red is fire. Now, cop guy here is going to get the puck. And I'm pretty sure this is a clean check. And it's not even a check. It's more like he just bumped into him. Watch. Okay, now that is no big deal. First of all, he barely hit him. And the cop goes flying. And somehow the fireman's helmet comes off from that impact. Now, I was watching that. I was like, oh, boy, they just bumped into each other. No big deal. Well, cop guy, he gets pissed off and goes skating towards fire guy. And then fire guy jumps him, which that usually isn't how it goes in hockey. You kind of give each other a chance to almost set, or I don't know. It was just weird. But I think fire guy thought that cop guy was going to try to get in his face or something. So fire guy tackles him. Looks over. Oh! Oh, boy. Here we go. Okay, so now it's going on. Yeah. You knew it was going to happen. So just like a scrum. All right. Just like a scrum. And then at about some point during this, it's going to start to calm down. And you're going to see a bald guy, come flying in and just start punching somebody. That's one of the 2 canine cops. I forget his name. It's something Dutch. Some Dutch guy. Now, like half the cops have shaved heads, so they all look alike. All right, here we go. Oh, There it is.
Van Vliet.
That's a guy, Van Vliet. This is one of the local canine cops. He loses, like the wires cross, and he skates in like from the fucking bench. I think he might have left the bench on this.
Nothing to see here. All right, here we go. Oh, no. Van Vliet.
I think there was two guys on the one bald cop. I think you had a 2-on-1 scenario. So Van Vliet, the wires cross, and he's going to come in there and start to punch. So he's flipping out. No, he's punching. He's pissed.
Freaking out.
There were punches landed. The guy with his shirt off here, he's sitting in the box next to me, and his lips bleeding.
Getting out of hand.
And he's screaming over at Van Vliet, going, hey, that was great. Hey, you going to the garage bar for a beer after Zane? You coming? I go, no, I'm not coming, you fucking animals.
Out of hand, all right. Ref's trying to sort this one out.
Now this, the question was this real? It was absolutely real. Okay, now a white helmet here. That's a lady player. I wanted her to go crazy. We need to see, because the fire department had ladies, and the cops had ladies too. We needed to see, lady on lady brawl, or a lady just try to, punch a dude in the face. All right, now they're sorting. Look at all these bald cops. 1, 2, 3 bald cops. Look at them all. There's 3 of them. They're like the Hansons. The bald Hansons. This guy doesn't even have gear on. He's out there in his shoes. What the fuck? I didn't even notice that guy. Where did he come from? All right, so this tall, bald dude here, he's the guy that ends up going to the box. 2 guys from the fire department go in, and bald, 8-foot tall cop, this Van Vliet guy, he goes in too. And look at it, it's still going on. They're still talking shit.
All right, there's a replay of how this all started.
And this guy here, this big fella, best athlete. He's like 5'1", 300 pounds. You should see this guy skate. All right, so then the show and the replay, it's all like settling down. Fans loved it.
Not a bad scrap. Not a bad scrap. Nobody got hurt.
Look at these guys. These guys are like chatting it up. Now they're happy. They love this shit. This is what's great, because they actually wanted to punch each other in the face hard, but I think when it's all said and done, they're like, this is America, in my opinion. This is what America should be. 2 guys squaring off, punch somebody in the face, one goes down, end of the fight, help them up, and that's it. All right. Wait, are they playing Why Can't We Be Friends? Yes. You see? That's hockey. Okay. We need more of that. I think it should be like 1 a period. I'm a huge fan of the annual cop fire department hockey game. Now, last year they played, and I think they played the year before too. And I remember there was either a cop or a fire person, cop or a firefighter, who was on the ice, whose wife was a huge fan of free beer and hot wings, and was her and I were like in a goddamn Facebook war with each other while the game's going. She's in the stands, and I'm like giving her shit, and we're fighting, and I'm like, God damn it, I better stop, because all she needs to do is send her husband a message. He's gonna come over and kick my ass. All right. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I am gonna count this as an episode of the Eric Zane Show podcast. We have been able to get about 30 minutes under my belt. That's going to have to do it, because, as I said, I'm under the gun today. I'm going to head over to Patreon right now. Like, I'm shutting this down, and in 1 minute, I will be on Patreon to tell you about my latest firing. Oh. So, if you're not on there, Go there right now and sign up for 7 days free. It's going to take you 30 seconds to do that, and then you won't miss anything. You can see and hear the goddamn story, and it's free. So just do it right now, and then you can cancel it at any time, and you still get the 7 days. So do that, and then you can see and hear what is going on. I'm not going to share this on the free podcast because I don't want sensitive ears to hear it and make it worse. So I am going to talk about it on the Patreon behind the paywall. I'm so goddamn pissed off. But fuck that shit. I'll get to that in like 1 minute. All right. That's it for me here. Have a good one. I'll talk to you tomorrow right here on the free podcast.